Browns' Shedeur Sanders receives huge news about NFL future. Throughout the first 6+ weeks of the 2025 NFL season, the Cleveland Browns have been surrounded by talk about rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Already, the quarterback room has changed dramatically from where it started to begin the year. Kenny Pickett was traded prior to the start of the regular season. Joe Flacco was quickly benched and then traded after a slow start, and Dillon Gabriel has failed to show anything special in his first 2 career starts. Many fans have been calling aggressively for Sanders to see the field. Most have already come to the conclusion that Gabriel is not the answer for the Browns moving forward. Read more. Browns' Shedeur Sanders had 5-word response after Madden rating drop. With that being said, there has been no clarity about where Cleveland stands when it comes to Sanders. Now, there is a new update that has been given that has provided a major update for Sanders. Mary Kay Cabot of Cleveland.com seems to think that Sanders' time is coming. She provided an update about his situation ahead of the team's Week 7 matchup against the Miami Dolphins. Sanders has been working on every aspect of his game, from throwing out of the shotgun and under center, to play action, to his footwork and everything else to be prepared to play when his number is called. He's also worked on RPOs, keepers, and other QB movement skills because those are a big part of the Browns' offense, Cabot wrote. Myles Garrett also revealed recently that he sees Sanders working with Kevin Stefanski in his office in the early morning hours, which means he's putting in the extra work. It's showing up on the practice field, and the Browns are eager to see what he can do this season when the time comes. She continued on, making a strong prediction about Sanders' immediate NFL future. The Browns will give Dillon Gabriel a decent on-ramp, but there will probably come a time in the second half of the season where the Browns will want to see Sanders play. They're confident he'll be ready. Sanders slipped all the way to the 5th round of the 2025 NFL Draft. However, in college he showed off elite arm talent, and there are many who still think that he has the potential of being a starting NFL quarterback. He'll need to prove it on the field, and he has a lot of work left to do, but it sure sounds like he'll be given a chance to show what he can do. Expect to continue hearing loud calls for Sanders to become the starting quarterback for the Browns. Fans want to see him, and this update from Cabot makes it sound like the team might just be excited to see him play as well. For more on the Cleveland Browns, Shedeur Sanders, and general NFL news, head over to Newsweek Sports. 4 months, whispers surrounded Cleveland's practice facility. Questions about whether Shedeur Sanders was the real deal, or just another college sensation unable to translate his game to the pros. But on a crisp October morning in Berea, Ohio, those whispers turned into roaring headlines. The Cleveland Browns' young quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, just received the biggest news of his professional life. News that could reshape not only his NFL journey but also the direction of the entire franchise. A call that changed everything. It happened early in the day, before the media even set up outside the Browns complex. Shedeur was finishing his throwing session with quarterbacks coach Alex Van Pelt when he got the call. One that would instantly silence the doubters and fuel his rise. "Pack your bags," said the voice on the other end, a league representative. "You're headed to the NFL Futures Summit next month. The league wants you front and center." For the uninitiated, the NFL Futures Summit isn't just another event. It's an exclusive gathering of young stars the league believes can become the face of the NFL over the next decade. Only a handful of players are selected, usually franchise quarterbacks and elite talents destined for long-term greatness. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Jalen Hurts were all once among its early attendees. Now, Shedeur Sanders was joining that rarefied list. From doubt to determination. It's a stunning rise considering where Shedeur's NFL journey began. Drafted amid skepticism, he entered the league with both fame and expectations following him, thanks in part to his legendary father, Deion "Coach Prime" Sanders. Many assumed the spotlight would crush him, that the pressure of carrying a famous last name would outweigh his production. But Shedeur's story wasn't one of entitlement, it was one of grit. His first training camp was far from glamorous. He took second-team reps, studied late into the night, and made it a point to outwork everyone in the quarterback room. Veterans took notice. Coaches did too. By mid-season, His growth was undeniable. The accuracy, the pocket presence, and above all, the leadership, began to shine through. "He's a lot tougher than people think," said head coach Kevin Stefanski. "He's not just trying to play quarterback, he's trying to master it." The NFL takes notice. Now, the league itself is taking notice. The NFL Futures Summit invitation means more than just a networking opportunity. It's a statement. The league sees Shedeur as one of its future faces, a player who represents more than talent alone. Behind the scenes, league executives reportedly praised his poise, marketability, and modern leadership. They see him as a bridge between old-school football values and the new era of athlete branding and digital connection. In a league searching for personalities that can inspire the next generation, Shedeur Sanders checks every box. One executive put it plainly, "He's got his father's charisma, but his own brand of calm confidence. That's rare. That's leadership you can build around." Coach Prime's reaction. When the news reached Coach Prime, he didn't need to say much. His grin said it all. "God is good," Deion Sanders told reporters later that afternoon. "I always told my son, keep your head down, do the work, and let your results speak for you. This ain't luck. This is earned." Deion knows better than anyone that fame fades fast in the NFL. For Shedeur, this moment isn't a destination. It's a checkpoint on a much longer journey. The elder Sanders emphasized that success must be sustained, not celebrated too soon. "Shedeur understands something most young players don't," he continued. "You don't have to chase the spotlight when you are the light." Inside the Browns' locker room. Inside Cleveland's locker room, the energy shifted instantly after the news broke. Teammates flooded his locker with cheers, dap, and congratulations. Veteran lineman Joel Bitonio said it best, "We see the work this kid puts in every single day. He deserves everything coming his way." Defensive captain Myles Garrett, who's seen plenty of young quarterbacks come and go, added a telling comment, "He's different. Not because of the cameras or the name, but because when things go bad, he doesn't flinch. That's how you know a QB is for real." This recognition could strengthen Shedeur's leadership role within the Browns organization. It signals to both players and management that he's not just another prospect, he's a potential franchise cornerstone. What this means for Cleveland. For a team long haunted by instability under center, the timing couldn't be better. The Browns have cycled through dozens of quarterbacks since their 1999 return, but in Shedeur, there's finally a sense of direction. The league's recognition gives the franchise renewed credibility and momentum.